They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes with a quick strike up top, covering 79 yards. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Out of the end zone. He's got great speed. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. On first down, here comes this offense. The inside handoff. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Panthers want to move quickly. Fast motion from the offense. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Gets open down the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. After the short completion, do they go for the big one on 3rd down? They'll try the run. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They'll put the tight end in motion. They're getting this guy lathered up. At the 40, there he goes. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Panthers. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And he tacks on the extra point. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Working on the right. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Anderson with the carry. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Scanning the field, it's Raymond. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. They want to just keep throwing it. Keeps looking downfield. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield, and the defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
On the move. Steamrolls his way ahead. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense where now they got a manageable situation.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Give to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about... But only the receiver could get it.
It's obviously huge to make the catch, but give that receiver credit. Nice spatial awareness, knowing where he is on the field to make sure that he's in bounds when he secures the catch.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Going up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's high. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. And the Panthers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contained. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field and get him to the ground.
Looking for space to the left. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. On the option. Now the pitch. Hits the spin cycle. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. A little screen to the running back. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
First down to start the drive after the break.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And that's exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
They'll throw it on first down. Makes the grab. It's Anderson. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown, Chippewa. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Quick strike complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
They'll try to run for it. At the 45 on his way. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. Might as well give it to him again. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He'll do it himself. He'll pitch it. At the 35, he's loose. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Got some room headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Yeah, and this offense is built behind this guy. I mean, a guy that you can hand the football to consistently and expect positive yards all day long, all game long. Now he's over 100 yards on the day.
A first down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Panthers.
Down in tight to the goal line, you saw some good movement up front by the offensive line, getting a push and giving that running back a chance.
And he makes the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Looking to move it through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Coffee. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds his tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
The Chippewas will snap it on 1st and 10.
42 Spider. Fourth.
He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Central Michigan. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. South Carolina was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Gamecocks performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water bugs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds a man on the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
He's looking to throw it. He makes the connection. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. FIU pushing tempo.
691, get score.
He wants to throw it again. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, FIU.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyway.
He's going to throw deep right side. And it's caught inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Chips.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. From inside the 15, here's the return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida International. All even up after that one. Basically a brand new game.
And with the tie, guess what? Back to the offense. Back to the offense. Which defense can get a stop? These offenses have been humming.
And the point after is good. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Tosses it incomplete. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Raymond. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. It's caught downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Snagged in the middle, it's Anderson. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to go up top on first down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And that is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. Just enough time for one final play. And oh, he faked the spike. He's going to throw it. Skips away from pressure. He'll try to do it himself. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Chippewas will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. International offense is back on the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. On the option. Now the pitch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He'll ride his man on the option. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Goes to the option. Smashes through. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Well, no surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
FIU set up with another first down. He's going to pass. It looked like a catch, but they'll say he was out of bounds. Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to get it through the air. And he made the grab with enough for the first down, but not enough room on the sidelines to stay in bounds. It's 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Maybe just a shade out of their field goal range, so they'll lead the offense out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. On the option. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. There he goes to the right. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Chippewas. The defense takes matters into their own hands.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. They're just about to kick it off after that scoop and score 6.
28.
Fair catch called for and made. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down coming up. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Still running at the 40. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Panthers are in the hurry-up.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Now the toss. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
3rd and short from the 49 is this 4-down territory. They'll give it to the back. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. Now on the option. He'll toss it. At the 35, he's got room. Oh, look out. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
And once you get in this range in the football field, do you depend on your kicker? Do you go for it? I think on 4th down, I think you go for it. This is a long field goal, a lot harder attempt. I like the offense going for it here in this situation.
He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Panthers! What a catch and run for 6.
I love it. Nice play call, nice design. Get the ball to your speedster and let him do the rest. Try to find a way to isolate guys and get matchups, and you did it with your running back, slash receiver there, and he did the rest.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Miami has the lead right now, but even here in the cradle of coaches, you just never know. This has been a tight one inside Yager Stadium. They're up by 4 over the Royals. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
To throw, it's Raymond. They'll run the screen. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Man, this quarterback has been dialed in all game long. He's making outstanding decisions, and he's been so accurate throwing the football. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Anderson. At the 40, there he goes. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Chippewas are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's disappointing for the offense because that's a play that you rep all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one no problem. And the QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
They'll go to the ground. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got his man. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter. And the Chippewas come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Hand off from the shotgun. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. can't get him to the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They'll line up for a second down play. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal.
Here we go.
Dropping back, it's Raymond. Throws to the wideout. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Takes it the other way. The 40. The 30. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
If I'm a QB coach, I'm grabbing my quarterback right away and be like, listen, we're going to get another opportunity. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie game. Our defense is going to get a stop for us. You got to get your confidence back. You got to get back in this ball game. We're going to need you again down the road. You are not done.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
After the misfire, it's 2nd down.
Get set.
The option look. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
And this option attack can lull you to sleep sometimes. I mean, just so many things they can do off of it, and you just got to play responsibility, and you got to get them on the ground and make tackles. And that was a good job limiting the damage on that play with a nice tackle.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the catch. It's high. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a 4th quarter lead, but they don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Touchdown, Panthers. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff unit about to go to work.
Central Michigan, 35.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wide out in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
42.
Anderson with the carry. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up.
Lost one deep down the right side. It's complete. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Central Michigan.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. NC State has the lead right now. This team can really open up the playbook at times, but I'm not sure this game is over just yet. They're up by 7 over Florida. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Hold and fired complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Turns it on in midfield. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wide receiver shows motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. The quick out. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
They get him down, but it's past the sticks, and it's a first down for FIU.
This is an offense that prides themselves on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
And the Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll give it to him again. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. If you're starting like that, now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Picks up 1. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Toss to the outside. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Timeout.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On first down from the 13-yard line. They'll try the toss to the left. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll leave it with him. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. Touchdown, FIU! They move on top here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
Central Michigan, 42.
And as the ball makes its way into the end. Touchback, they'll bring it out to the 25. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes...
He'll off one deep down the left side. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
When you're down late in the game and you got to make plays, it's really tough not to force the football. You could tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offense.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.